So today's topic is passive voice. What is the difference between active voice and passive voice? Voice indicates if the subject acts or is being acted upon. സബ്ജക്റ്റ് ആണോ ആക്ട് ചെയ്യണത് അതോ സബ്ജക്റ്റിന്റെ പുറത്ത് വേറെ ആരെങ്കിലും ആണോ ആക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? Active voice emphasizes the subject. For example, Kristen wrote the report. ഇവിടെ സബ്ജക്റ്റിനാണ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ്. It gives importance to the subject rather than the object. That is active voice. Kristen wrote the report. The emphasis is on Kristen. That is the subject. The subject, Kristen, acts. How do you turn it into passive voice? The report was written by Kristen. Here, the emphasis is on the report. That is the object. Objectനാണ് കൂടുതൽ പ്രാധാന്യം കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. What is the object? The report is the object. The report was written by Kristen. The subject in this sentence is the report. The report was acted upon by Kristen. Now look at the two slides. In the first one, Sally drove her car off the road. Sally is the subject, drove is the action, car is the object. Now when you turn that into passive voice, the car was driven off the road by Sally. So അവിടെ object ആദ്യം വരണം. The car was driven off the road by Sally. The emphasis is on the car. The dog bit Timmy on the arm. Where the dog is the subject, bit is the action, Timmy is the object. നേരെ തിരിച്ച് വരണം. Object ആദ്യം വരണം. Timmy was bitten on the arm by the dog. So when you use passive voice, you use the form of V plus past participle or V3 form of the verb. For example, she opens the door or he opens the door. The door is opened. അതായത് B plus V3 form of the verb is opened by him or her. They open doors. Doors are opened by them. He or she is opening the door. The door is being opened. Is opening ആവുമ്പോൾ is being opened by him or her. They are opening doors. Doors are being opened by them. He or she has opened the door. Has ആവുമ്പോൾ എങ്ങനെ പറയണം? Has been opened. He or she, the door has been opened by him or her. They have opened door. Have been opened. Doors have been opened by them. Again, he or she was opening, they opened doors. Here, doors were opened by them. He or she was opening the door. Was opening. You should change that to was being opened. The door was being opened by him or her. They were opening doors. The doors were being opened by them. She or she had opened the door. The door had been opened by him or her. They had opened doors. Doors had been opened by them. She or he will open the door. The door will be opened by him or her. They will open doors. Doors will be opened by them. Passive voice is often used in news reports. റിപ്പോർട്ടിങ്ങിൽ ഏറ്റവും അധികം യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് പാസീവ് വോയിസ് ആണ്. For example, so in the left, they are given some hints And the right, they have given some sentences with blanks in them. And you're supposed to fill up the blanks. And write those sentences in passive voice. All sentences in passive voice. Now look, murder suspect identified. Number D. The murder suspect dashed by the police. The murder suspect was identified by the police. That is passive voice. Next one, Kid taught French at 3. Match number C. Kid dash French at the age of 3. How do you write that sentence? Kid was taught French at the age of 3, or kid is being taught French at the age of 3. Kid is being taught French at the age of 3 because it is happening at the present. Is being taught French. Girl caned by cop. An 11-year-old dashed publicly by a traffic cop in the state capital on Wednesday. 11-year-old girl was caned publicly by a traffic cop in the state capital on Wednesday. Alliance Francaise National Quiz Contest to be held. Matches with option E. A national quiz contest dash at the Tagore Centenary Hall on 3rd February by Alliance Francaise. Will be held or is to be held. It is going to happen in the future. Alliance Francaise National Quiz Contest to be held. നടക്കാൻ പോകുന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ. So you can say will be held or is to be held. National Quiz Contest will be held at the Tagore Centenary Hall on 3rd February by Alliance Francaise. Next one. Mothers asked nearly 300 questions a day. Option B. Mothers dash nearly 300 questions a day by their children, a recent survey said. Mothers are asked nearly 300 questions a day. So on the left side, you can see sentences written in passive voice. You have to turn them into active voice. Look at the first one. The murder suspect has been identified by the police. So, has been identified. Or you change that to active voice. The police should be the subject. So, the police has identified the murder suspect. The next one. The 3-year-old is being taught French by the parents. It's happening in the present. നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. പഠിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. So, the active voice the parents should be the subject. The parents are teaching the 3-year-old kid French. 11-year-old girl was caned by a traffic cop in the state capital on Wednesday. When you change that to active voice, the traffic cop should be the subject. Traffic cop is subject. A traffic cop caned the 11-year-old in the state capital on Wednesday. A national quiz contest will be held at the Centenary Hall on 3rd February. By Alliance Francaise. So Alliance Francaise is the subject. Alliance Francaise will hold. Alliance Francaise is the name of an institution, name of an organization. Alliance Francaise will hold a national quiz contest at the Tagore Centenary Hall on 3rd February. Mothers are asked nearly 300 questions a day by their children. So, this active voice note akumbo, children is the subject. Children ask their mothers nearly 300 questions a day. That is the active form. So here the diagram shows the stages of farming. They're given you 10 steps. And they have also given you hints. Water level is maintained. The water level is maintained. The field is tended to till the crop matures. Field with direct sunlight is picked. The crop is reaped and dried and beaten. The field is filled with 2 inches of water. Now you have to rearrange these steps. This step ആണ് ആദ്യം വരേണ്ടത്. Just pause the video and rearrange these steps. This is the correct order. Number 1, seeds are chosen. ആദ്യം seed select ചെയ്യുന്നു. Second, field with direct sunlight is picked. Second, you choose a field. Number 3, seeds are sown in the soil. വിത്ത് വിതയ്ക്കുന്നു. Seeds are sown in the field. Next one, field is filled with 2 inches of water. So this is about cultivating rice. The field has to be filled with water, filled with 2 inches of water. Note that all of these sentences are in passive voice. എല്ലാം passive voiceലാണ്. Number 5, the water level is maintained. You have to maintain that water level. It has to be it has to have 2 inches of water. The plants are plucked and replanted, spacing them out to prevent crowding. ഞാറ് പറിച്ച് നടണം. Because this is about rice cultivation. It has to be plucked and replanted. Next one, the field is tended to till the crop matures. Next one, the crop is reaped and dried and beaten. The crop is reaped. And then it has to be dried and beaten. Next one, the grain is boiled till the husk is broken. Husk എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് പുറന്തോടാണ്. It has to be separated from the grain. So that is why you boil the grain until the husk is broken. Next one, the kernels are separated from the hull. The kernel is the main part of the grain. It has to be separated from its outer cover. Grain അതിന്റെ outer cover നിന്ന് separate ചെയ്യണം. So the kernels are separated from the hull. These are the 10 steps in the cultivation of rice. So look, what is done at these places? At a school, discipline is taught. And the school teaches discipline. Discipline is taught at school. That is a passive form. Subjects are learned. Character is molded. Confidence is built. All of these sentences are in passive form. At a hotel, the hotel serves meals. How do you change that into passive voice? Meals are served at a hotel. Boarding is provided at a hotel. Celebrations are held at a hotel. Meetings are conducted at a hotel. These are all things that can happen in a hotel. So next one, at a studio. Studioil എന്താണ് നടക്കുന്നത്? Photos are taken at a studio. All pictures are restored at a studio. Albums are created. Prints are taken. These are things that can happen at a studio. At a hospital, patients are treated at a hospital. Now, doctor treats patients at a hospital. നമ്മൾ പാസീവിലോട്ട് ആക്കുമ്പോൾ Patients are treated by a doctor എന്ന് പറയേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. It is obvious. It is obvious that the doctor treats the patients. So patients are treated at a hospital. That is enough. Diseases are diagnosed at a hospital. Medicines are given. Surgery is conducted at a hospital. So what is the active voice? Doctors conduct surgery at a hospital. When you change it to passive form, surgery is conducted at a hospital. So this is suggest activity 4. You're supposed to change these sentences into a paragraph and write it in active voice. Sorry, in passive. So write these steps in passive voice. First one, boil water in a pan. This is how to make cardamom tea. First one, boil water in a pan. Next one, add tea dust or tea leaves. Next one, simmer the tea on low flame until it turns reddish brown. Next one, then add milk and crushed cardamom. Next one, increase the flame. Turn off the flame when it comes to a boil. Next one, add sugar to taste. Next one, strain the tea. Serve hot with biscuits or cakes. Now rewrite these steps in passive voice. You can pause the video and rewrite the steps in passive voice. So, some water is boiled in a pan. Tea leaves or tea dust is added to it. The tea is simmered on low flame till it turns reddish brown. Then milk and crushed cardamom is added to the mixture. The flame is increased till it comes to a boil. Once the mixture boils, the flame is turned off. Sugar is added to taste. Finally, the tea is strained and served hot with biscuits or cakes. So here is your homework. These two activities, activity 4 and suggested activity 5 in pages 59 and 60 are your homeworks. Please do not copy the answer from the back of the textbook. Write your own answer. So here they have given some clues, and with these clues you have to write sentences in passive voice. Passive voice lulla sentences ezhuduka. Take a look at the clues. Shah Jahan, Taj Mahal. The glass broke boy. Eggs laid hen. Kites flew children. Great Wall of China, Qin Shi Huang. Qin Shi Huang is the name of a king, an emperor. Now write these sentences in passive voice. So first one endana? Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan. Active voice endana? Shah Jahan built Taj Mahal. Second one, glass was broken by the boy. What is the active form? The boy broke the glass. Next one, eggs were laid by the hen. Eggs were laid by the hen. What is the active form? The hen laid eggs. Next one, kites were flown by the children. What is the active form? The children flew kites. Next one, the Great Wall of China was built by Emperor Qin Shi Huang. What is the active form? Emperor Qin Shi Huang built the Great Wall of China. So all of these sentences are about completed actions. എല്ലാം നടന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞ actionsനെ പറ്റിയാണ്. That is why you use past tense. എല്ലാം past tenseലാണ് എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. Similar exercise. They have given you a set of clues and you have to write sentences in passive form using these clues. ഈ clues ഉപയോഗിച്ച് passive formiലുള്ള sentences എഴുതുക. First one, construction of the new wing overseen the new principal. Next one, the new wing open by the start of the next academic year. Next one, students' aesthetic and artistic talents give priority. Next one, a new cafeteria built for the students and the faculty. Next one, plastics banned from the school premises. Now you have to, with the help of these clues, you have to write sentences in passive form. So first sentence endana? Construction of the new wing will be overseen by the principal. Remember, these are all actions that are going to happen. Already happened cheyidalla, that are going to happen. The construction of the new wing will be overseen by the new principal. The new wing should be opened by the start of the next academic year. Or you can write, the new wing will be opened by the start of the next academic year. Students' aesthetic and artistic talents have to be given priority. A new cafeteria must be built for the students and the faculty. Plastics should be banned from the school premises. So please submit your homework, and your homework will be counted as your attendance. So homework submit ചെയ്താലേ attendance കിട്ടുള്ളൂ.